Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the man who survived 2 atomic bombs.
In August 1945, the world witnessed 2 of the most devastating events in human history, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These explosions destroyed entire cities and changed the course of World War II forever. But among the countless stories of tragedy and survival, one story stands out as almost unbelievable. A man who experienced both explosions and survived. His name was Tsutomu Yamaguchi, an engineer whose life became one of the most extraordinary survival stories ever recorded. Today, we are going to explore his incredible journey through one of the darkest moments in human history. Let's begin with the story. Just imagine surviving the explosion of the most dangerous weapon in the world, and then surviving it not once, but twice. In 1945, during the final days of World War II, 2 cities in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, were hit by atomic bombs. These devastating explosions killed hundreds of thousands of people. But there was one man who experienced both atomic blasts and still survived. His name was Tsutomu Yamaguchi. This is his incredible and unbelievable story. In 1945, Yamaguchi was a 29-year-old engineer working for a company called Mitsubishi. He had traveled to Hiroshima for work. After completing his job, he was planning to return the next day to his home in Nagasaki, where his wife and young son were waiting for him. It was the morning of August 6, 1945. He was walking toward the train station, thinking about going home. Suddenly, he noticed an aircraft in the sky. And then, a blinding flash lit up the entire sky. That flash was not ordinary. It was the first atomic bomb ever used in war. This event is known as the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. The explosion was so powerful that within moments, the entire city was destroyed. Yamaguchi was thrown violently to the ground. The intense heat burned his body, and his ears were badly injured. When he stood up and looked around, the city was unrecognizable. There were fires everywhere. Buildings had collapsed. Everything seemed completely destroyed. But somehow, he survived. Despite his injuries, Yamaguchi did not give up. He managed to find shelter that night. The next day, covered in bandages, he boarded a train to return to Nagasaki. After reaching home, he went straight to his office. He was explaining the horrifying destruction he had seen in Hiroshima. But people found it hard to believe him. 1 bomb and an entire city destroyed? It sounded impossible. On the morning of August 9, 1945, Yamaguchi was describing the Hiroshima incident to his supervisor when suddenly, another blinding flash, another terrifying explosion. It was the second atomic bomb dropped in the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. Incredibly, within just 3 days, Yamaguchi experienced 2 atomic bomb explosions and still survived. Even more unbelievable, his family also remained safe. After the war ended, Yamaguchi lived a quiet life in Nagasaki. For many years, his story was not widely known, but later, the Japanese government officially recognized him as a survivor of both atomic bombings. In the final years of his life, he began sharing his story with others so that the world could understand the true horror of nuclear weapons. Tsutomu Yamaguchi passed away in 2010, but his story still lives on. It reminds us that a human being can survive even the most unimaginable situations, but it is also a warning so that the world never repeats tragedies like those in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because some mistakes in history should never happen again. Goodbye, signing off with this channel.